until its structure is tried by storm. Do not store up for yourselves treasures on earth, where moth and rust destroy, or where thieves break in and steal. But store up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust can destroy, and where thieves do not break in and steal. For where your treasure is, there your heart will be also.
Of being my wife?
Yes, of course!
I must go for now, but maybe tonight for a celebratory dinner, our special spot by the rocks. I shall miss you, fiancé.
Fiancé? I like the sound of that.
Congratulations, Madame Marie.
Je vous remercie, Monsieur Clarion.
Yes!
Feline, did you hear what just happened?
Why, yes. I believe the whole town heard.
We're going to be married.
Yes, Marie. Congratulations. Yours is a life truly blessed.
Feline, aren't you happy for me?
Oh, of course. Why wouldn't I be? My oldest friend proposed to you by a poor sailor with no ring, on the smelly docks, surrounded by strangers.
You're making it sound as if Edmund is just anyone off the street. We've loved each other since we were children. He has more character than anyone I've ever known. And you know me. I don't need a ring or a fancy house. Well, not everyone can be married to a wealthy count.
Yes, I suppose I got lucky, didn't I?
Don't you love the Count Mondego?
Don't be naive, Marie. Marriage rarely has to do with love.
I'm sorry, Feline. I didn't mean to.
Sorry? You've no need to be sorry to me. I have a glorious estate, title, position, and a diamond on my finger.
Yes, of course.
I'm sorry. I do sincerely congratulate you. I'm sure you'll be very happy. took you for a fool.
Madame Mondego, whatever could you mean?
Oh, come now. Don't pretend to be unaware that I've loved you just as long as Marie.
And where is the Count Mondego this evening?
My husband is away. Business, you see.
Getting a breath of fresh air any chance he can, I imagine.
Why, Eddie, you don't mean that.
Don't call me Eddie! Whatever you feel for me, it is not love. Remember when we were children and you received a pony for Christmas? You were livid that Marie was happier with a rag doll than you were with your pony. Nothing's changed. No matter what you gain, you are unsatisfied. You envy Marie because no matter what little she has, she's satisfied already. You can't get fingers on the light that's inside her.
We'll see.
What's that supposed to mean?
Edmund! Oh, Feline, I didn't know you'd be joining us.
I was just leaving. Have a lovely time.
My love, how on earth have you maintained a friendship with such a dreadful creature all these years?
Well, I know she's a little rough around the edges, but she means well.
No, I don't think she does.
Ever since my parents died, she's the closest thing I have to family. Besides you. We've been through everything together.
It's just that every time I see her, her jealousy of you seems stronger.
Jealousy? Of me? Look at the life she has. And I've not a penny that doesn't buy bread or milk.
Nevertheless, she envies you, and envy can be a dangerous thing. All right, enough of this unpleasant talk. I mean only to say that you are a woman of dignity, beauty, and purity of heart. I'm blessed beyond measure that you are mine. I only regret I could not afford an engagement ring yet.
Come here. You are more than enough for me. Here, this will be my ring. It will never leave my finger. Today, I'm the richest girl alive.
Oh, if it isn't my favorite little informant.
Countess Mondego. Haven't seen you since the Dantes wedding.
You look miserable.
How about some gossip to lift your spirits? What do you have for me? First, what do you got for me? Anything else? You know what makes me talk.
Fine.
Versailles' most precious newlyweds have just discovered they're expecting.
Expecting what?
What do you mean expecting what? A baby, of course.
You nasty little liar. Marie would have told me.
If you don't believe me, go ask her for yourself. But my word's as good as gold. The Dantes family is about to be a little bigger.
Feline! Oh, dear Feline. I have news to share with you.
If it's about the new coming addition to the family, I've already heard.
How could you possibly have... Oh.
Bibiche.
I thought I heard something in the bushes while I was talking to Edmund. Please don't be upset with me. My husband is the only soul I told before you.
I suppose I could forgive you then. You wouldn't be my best friend if I thought you could keep a secret from me.
I wouldn't dream of it.
Well, I suppose a congratulations is in order. Again. Seems to be many of those going around these days.
Thank you. I'm so humbled by the many blessings surrounding me in this season of life.
Indeed. Were you on your way to the Via Forte?
Will you have to continue working through the pregnancy?
Yes, and sadly, Edmund will be away for much of the time.
That's a shame. Well, you know I'm always here to help. If you find yourself unable to make ends meet,
That won't be necessary, as Edmund has been made captain of the Pharaon. I'll be able to stay home with the baby once he or she has arrived.
What wonderful news. You should tell your employer sooner than later. From what I know of her, I wouldn't take Madame Villefort to be a patient woman.
About that, I do have one favor to ask of you, though I'm a little embarrassed.
Anything. You don't have to be embarrassed with me.
Well, you know that I can't read or write. Would you write me a letter if I told you what I wanted to say?
Of course.
Oh, no! I am in big trouble. Where is that letter? Oh, no, no. Has anyone seen it? Have you seen it? Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, goodness. It's got to be here somewhere.
Monsieur,
Oh!
what are you doing down there?
Well, you see, I have misplaced something. Something of a delicate nature, and you found it!
Oh, no, Monsieur, no. That's not what you're looking for.
That's not it.
No.
Can you keep a secret?
For a friend? Of course I can.
I'm not as sweet and innocent as I may appear.
I find that hard to believe.
Believe it, there's a little troublemaker left in these old bones.
What has he done? What has he done? Ugh, that old fool's becoming more than just a nuisance. This letter is treasonous. Look! It contains the times and the locations of the British Space Patrol on Elba. He is in correspondence with Napoleon Bonaparte.
But he's my father.
Exactly. As family, our fates are intertwined. He's always been an embarrassment. The way he fraternizes with the help or the lurks in the marketplace. But this, you're the chief prosecutor of the new regime. You could be accused as a traitor, a crime punishable by death. You would be gone. I would be ruined. Everything we've worked for, gone in the blink of an eye. All because of that lunatic and his idiotic sympathies.
Worry not. We'll take care of this.
Where did this mess come from? How dare you eavesdrop in my home?
It was an accident. I was dusting when you came in. I didn't want to intrude.
No, you thought it better to hide and violate a most private conversation.
I'm so sorry. Truly, I meant no harm. I was startled and reacted in a foolish way. Please forgive me.
How much did you hear?
Well, not much. Just something about your husband's father and Napoleon Bonaparte and treason.
Oh, so you heard everything.
Please believe I would never betray your trust or breathe a word against you. You have been so good to me, and I don't take that for granted.
I suppose we can forget this ever happened. as long as you swear to me your silence.
You have my word.
All right, then. This matter is forgotten. You may go. Where is it gone? Time to destroy the evidence. Wait. What is this? Where did it go? I put it back here! Oh no! Were you able to get Madame Villefort the letter with your news?
I was about to, but it was not the right moment. I retrieved the letter on my way out.
Was something going on?
Just an argument with her husband that I should not have overheard. She was a little upset with me.
Intrigue! What were they arguing about? I knew they weren't as perfect as they seemed from the outside.
Nothing.
Out with it! What good is it to work for a public official if you don't come away with some delicious gossip?
I'm sworn to secrecy.
Secrecy? Sounds like you've stumbled upon more than just a lover's spat. What do you hide?
Feline, please, I can't.
You don't trust me?
I just don't want to break my promise.
Of course not. You wouldn't want to sully your pristine reputation and commit the mortal sin of confiding in your best friend.
Why would you say something like that?
I guess I'm just not as kind-hearted as you.
Please try to understand. Don't be angry with me.
Oh, who could stay angry at an angel?
I'm not an angel.
Just as close as humanly possible. Here, give me the letter, and I'll deliver it. I've been meaning to pay a visit to my dear friend Valentine Villefort anyway, and this way, maybe I'll stumble upon some gossip of my own.
You're terrible.
I prefer charmingly mischievous.
Thank you for understanding.
Wait, Marie, this is the wrong... Oh! Oh my! I know something you don't know. Looking for something?
Countess Mondego, what are you doing here? Don't understand.
How this little piece of paper came into my possession? We have a common acquaintance, Marie Dantes.
I can't believe I trusted that little traitor.
Ironic choice of words, as I believe. Traitor is what the public will be calling you.
What do you want?
Don't worry, I don't plan to expose you. I believe you and I can help one another. My husband has connections that are, well, less than reputable, and could, to put it delicately, take care of your husband's dear old father. And your husband has the ability to do away with our other little problem.
Marie Dantes. What do you have against her? I thought you were friends.
So did I.
I'm interested in hearing your plans to deal with our predicament. There is, however, one concern hindering me.
What's that?
When she stole my very delicate letter, she left me with this one, explaining that she is with child.
Oh, please. Wherever the child is born, it will be at the bottom of the chain. What's better? A life of labor here in Marseille where it's close enough for us to smell it? Or a life of labor somewhere far, far away where none of us have to think of it or its mother ever again? Well, few women exist that are capable of such evil. Are you impressed? I don't like to get my hands dirty, but I can appreciate someone who will. This could be the beginning of a very fruitful relationship. I'm sure you and I understand one another. The priority is always self-preservation. My husband understands the consequences of our secrets being uncovered, and I'm certain he will do what needs to be done.
Well, nobody seems to be home. What a coincidence.
Delicious.
I knew you stole them, you thieving snake! Those were for my company this afternoon!
Hey there, Stuffy. Why must you always ruin an old man's fun?
Me? Ruin your fun? You have done nothing but embarrass and endanger this family since the day I married into it!
How have I endangered this family?
Well, besides almost burning the house down thrice.
I put the fires out, didn't I?
And running about, sword in hand, due to your night terrors.
I could have sworn there were Russians in my room. Oh.
You have kept us treasonous correspondence that could destroy us.
Well, when the Emperor rises again to power, I will be the patriot and you the traitor.
There's no talking to you, you witless corpse. The war is over, and your persuasions are obsolete. You old ruin. The sooner we get rid of you, the better.
What was that?
Nothing. You look weary, old man. Take your rest.
Oh, no.
Where are my maids? Get in here! Marie! Scrub that floor!
Rest. Ha. Who needs rest? When the Emperor calls his men into action, I will be ready! I will be alert! I will be...
Listen to the man snore.
Just wait till the dreams kick in and he challenges the Korak to a duel.
Yesterday I found him with a musket, and I swear if I wouldn't have snatched it, he would have shot off his own foot.
It'll be a wonder if he doesn't die by his own hand before his son and daughter-in-law get to him.
What do you mean by that?
Russians! Oh, the Russians are coming! Talking in my sleep again! Got to stop that!
You hear the way they speak of getting rid of him?
I've heard no such huge thing. And if I had, I'd keep my mouth shut.
Yeah, look at poor Marie. Rumor has it she overheard a little too much, and look at the way that they've been working her.
You think they're only keeping her because of the baby?
I think they only keep us around because we mind our own business.
Someone get help! My baby is coming! Find the Countess Mondego. She'll know what to do.
Marie! 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 Oh, where could you be? Monsieur,
I was told I might find you here. I'm afraid I have some bad news.
is it Marie? You know where she is?
She went into labor while you were away, about a week ago. The midwife did all she could.
No. No. What about the baby?
I'm sorry.
I don't believe it.
My deepest sympathies.
Why?
Edmund, I'm so sorry.
I can't believe I wasn't there for her. I should have been there for her.
You'll get through this. It will be all right.
All right? Nothing will ever be all right. They're gone.
If you wish to say your goodbyes, you will find their headstones beside your father's.
Yes, I will say my goodbyes to them, to this home, to this life. There is nothing left here for me.
Edmund!
Please, leave me alone. I take to the scene. I'm not coming back.
with me.
Hello? Who is that? Who's there?
Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me.
Somebody tell me what's going on! What is my crime? What is my crime?
You'd be wise not to draw attention to this. Better off without the guards coming down here.
But you don't understand. This has to be a mistake. I've done nothing wrong. I don't even know where I am.
We're on a slave ship, bound for the Caribbean colonies to be sold.
No. No! This is a terrible mistake! Help!
Listen to me. I understand you are frightened and confused. But these men care nothing about your circumstances. Please, trust me. It is time to muster all the courage you have. and remain calm. My name is Abby Correa. What is yours?
Marie. Dantes.
Okay, Marie, do you not remember how you came to be here?
I remember my friend, Feline. I was in and out of consciousness in labor, and the baby, the midwife took my baby away.
You just had a baby?
Stillborn. That's the last thing I remember. She said the baby was stillborn.
I'm so sorry.
My husband was away at sea. We didn't even have a name. I remember tremendous grief, but why do I not remember a burial? Why do I not remember anything? Where's Edmund? Does he even know what happened? He could be trying to find me.
There. Just breathe.
What's happening? It's as if I woke up from one nightmare only to be trapped in another.
You have suffered tremendous loss and injustice. There's nothing I can say to soothe your grief in this moment. But as long as God allows us to be together, I swear, I will be there for you to lean on.
As long as God allows, God has clearly forsaken me.
It's been weeks with barely enough food or drink to survive at the bottom of a rocking ship. And I imagine you've never been this long without sunlight. Misery is to be expected.
I don't know how much more I can take.
Marie, you need water immediately. Monsieur Toilette! Monsieur!
No, don't call him down here. He won't listen. He'll be angry.
Monsieur Toilette!
Ah! Why do I hear a slave shouting my name?
This woman needs water immediately.
Excuse me?
Look at her. She's dangerously dehydrated.
Now, why would I waste perfect drinking water on this pathetic girl who has already had her fair share for the day?
It is up to you if you want to be dealing with a corpse when we reach port. But that only means less money in your pocket.
Keep watch over her and make sure she stays alive. And also, watch the way you talk to me from now on. I may not be feeling so terrible next time.
Thank you. That was very brave of you.
My father told me that a man who displays aggression and anger with the weak is a man of great cowardice. I am not afraid of Monsieur Doillat, and I would certainly never let him make me feel small.
Your father sounds like a great man.
Actually, he was a captain of a pirate ship, a smuggler, and a thief. But he loved me. My mother died when I was too young to remember her, so my father took me with him on his voyages. I was raised among a crew of roughmen. I learned how to fight, to be tough, and strong. I learned everything there is to know about sailing. I picked up a few things about stealing as well.
Sounds like an exciting life.
I enjoyed being side by side with my father, but he knew it wasn't what was best for me. When I was 12, we went ashore on an island. There were missionaries preaching the gospel. I was captivated. That day, I gave my heart to Jesus. After that, I didn't want to be a part of my father's crew anymore. I wanted to give up myself.
not steal or cheat.
And how did your father take that?
He seemed relieved. He kissed me and gave me this locket around his neck. I'd never seen him take it off before that moment. Then, I watched him born a sin and son away.
But you were only 12. What did you do?
The missionaries, they took me in, they gave me a home and a good life. They even educated me in the ways of God. I owe everything I am to them. I miss them terribly.
If you don't mind my asking, how are you not falling apart? My world is crumbling all around me. We are stuck on this ship. I've lost everyone and everything I love. I don't even know the point of living anymore.
You are so young. I've been practicing this brave face for many years. Marie, I have not come through this fire unscathed, but the Spirit of the living God has made his home in me. There's nowhere I could go that he would not be there. Every morning, he renews my strength.
You seem so... I mean, well, if you're a Christian, and you don't steal or cheat, and you have a good family, then how did you come to be in captivity?
Wait, do you hear that? I think we've been anchored. We must have arrived. It's going to be so wonderful to see the light of day and feel the sun on our faces.
That does sound lovely, even if it is with these dreadful shackles.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do you two think you're coming ashore? Oh, no. You'll be staying aboard the ship during our time in port. And then you'll be coming home with me. Maybe under my tutelage. You will learn some manners! But don't worry. My home in Liverpool is only a 7 weeks voyage.
Oh no!
Home sweet home, ladies. This is where you'll be doing your eating, sleeping, and most of your work. We need not see much of each other, should you stay in line. However, should you get out of line in any way, should you try to escape, disrespect me, or not fulfill your quota, you will spend some quality time thinking about your actions in the pit. You either bring in a profit or you spend time in the pit. I allow each of my new slaves exemption from work to get acquainted with the pit. It just gives me full assurance that you understand what it means to cross me. Now, who would like to go first?
I will.
Ah, yes, the heroine. But I think I would like to give our little mouse the first turn.
Oh, White Quillen beats you up!
Anything you say or do will only make it worse for her. That's what I thought. Now, little mouse, you're going to crawl on yourself, or you need a push in the right direction. Good night, ladies!
Abby?
I'm here. I'm here.
I'm afraid.
It's gonna be all right. You're all right.
Nothing in my hand I bring, simply to that cross I cling.
Please, don't stop.
Make it come to thee for dress, helpless look to thee for grace. Thou I to the fountain fly, wash me, Savior, done.
No. No, please.
Lord, give her peace.
No.
It's all right. You're all right. Or was it this time? Nightmares of the pit again?
No, I was back home. I think I remember what happened.
Marie, come on. Come on, let's go. Come on. Are you able to run?
What's going on?
There's a warrant for your arrest. You've been accused of treason. They're coming for you as we speak. Come on.
What? How can that be?
I don't know, but you should get to the Vieux-Fort estate as quickly as possible. Perhaps they can help you. What's done is done.
Madame, please! There's been some sort of mistake and I don't know where else to go.
All right, calm down. My husband is right through here.
Marie Dantes, you are under arrest for treason, conspiracy to murder.
Wait! No! It's impossible! Please, Madame, tell them! Tell them! No, wait! Let me go! You don't understand! You don't understand! It all happened so fast. I didn't even have time to think. I kept crying out for help, but Madame Villefort just stood there in silence as they dragged me away. She didn't say a word. In that moment, I couldn't understand how she could be so callous and indifferent as my life hung in the balance. But now I see that she must have wanted me gone. But why? I never did a thing against her.
Not every perceived offense is founded. Think, is there anything she could have held against you?
I don't know. I thought it had been settled.
What had been settled?
I overheard her speaking with her husband. Her father-in-law was a Bonapartist. But I swore my silence. She let me go. Months went by and everything seemed fine.
It lines up with the charges being brought against you. Treason. But you also mentioned conspiracy to murder.
I know nothing about a murder. Unless... Oh no! Monsieur Clarion! If they wanted to be rid of me, how much more the traitor connected to them? Oh, poor Monsieur. How could they do such a thing? And how could they let me take the blame? I kept their secret. I served them well. How could they?
That's a good question. How could they?
Monsieur Villefort is a chief prosecutor and a man of good fortune. It wouldn't take much for him to cover the whole thing up.
They were so quick to turn against you. It's a wonder you thought they would help you in the first place.
I don't even know why I ran to them. Or even in that moment, why I even decided to trust them. I was so tired and confused when Feline...
Yes. Feline directed you to them. Now, why would she do that?
I don't know.
I think you do. And how could she know the charges being brought against you?
She wouldn't.
And why would she send you to the very people accusing you?
No, she wouldn't do that to me. She barely ever had contact with the Villeforts until I asked her to write a letter for me.
Yes, keep going.
When I overheard their secret, I was unable to give the mistress the letter with the news of my pregnancy. So Feline volunteered to go for me. She said she wanted to find some gossip of her own. I assumed she found what she was looking for.
A way to destroy you.
But she was my best friend. Why?
Think, Marie. You had to have known somewhere within yourself that she was not who she claimed to be.
Edmund warned me. He told me that her envy consumed her, that she was not a true friend. But I was ignorant and foolish. How could I be so naive?
You cared for her. That speaks of the beauty within your own heart.
But look what it cost me. Look what all the honesty and kindness cost me. Everything. I tried to extend graciousness with the people around me, and in doing so, became a pawn in their selfish schemes. They took advantage of my innocence and stupidity and condemned me to this hole.
Their sins will find them out. You'll see. God will give you justice. Marie, why have you not gotten to your work yet? Do you not care what Monsieur Duelac would do if he finds you laying down at this hour?
What? Send me to the pit? Kill me? I welcome it. My life is worth nothing anyway.
Nonsense. Your life is worth something to me. Besides, it would be quite selfish of you to leave me without a single friend in the world. Enough of this. Get up. I have something to show you.
Fine. What is it?
It's a miracle I still have in my possession. Look.
Your satchel? I admit, it is curious that it wasn't lost or confiscated during the voyage, but I would not claim it as a miracle.
It's not just a satchel. Look what I have inside. Books. Yep. And I got a proposition for you.
I'm listening.
You and I work together on a plan to escape.
What? That is ludicrous. Now it seems that you're the one with the death wish.
No. We will take our time, plan out every detail perfectly, consider every possible hitch. And when the time is right and the plan is secured, we will make our move. The day will likely come that it is worth risking everything to leave this place. In the meantime, I offer you access to everything I know. I can teach you science, geography, philosophy, even dancing.
Can you teach me to read and write?
Of course. We don't have to waste the time we spend here. I can give you the tools you need to make something of yourself once you're out in the world.
I am grateful that you would teach me. And it would be a wonderful way to pass the time. But I don't accept your proposition with the hope that I will ever have a life other than this. Besides, The only thing outside of these walls that matters to me anymore is revenge.
Be careful, Marie. Vengeance is mine. I will repay. Saith the Lord.
No! I'm done being that innocent and naive little girl. If you want justice, you take it. And if by some miracle I do ever get free, that's exactly what I'm going to do.
If you let him in, the Father God will make you free. Even here. Even now. Even from the unspeakable crimes committed against you. And Marie, until you forgive, you would never truly be free.
But I'm so angry!
So be angry. Cry. Shout. Ask why. Kick and scream if you need to. But the day must come that you put it to rest and let it go.
How could I ever let go what's been done to me? What's been stolen from me?
By not letting it steal the rest of your life. Steal your joy, your peace, your hope.
I just don't think I will ever be able to forget.
Your goal is not to forget your past, Marie, but to not let it hold you captive. I've never told you how I found myself in slavery.
I'm so sorry. I've been so consumed by my own pain.
It's all right. You know, after all these years, apart from my father, there's not a day that goes by that I don't think about him. He used to call me his treasure. His men weren't satisfied with the loot they were bringing in, so they thought he was keeping secrets from them. They say, Captain, you gotta be holding out on us. Where's the real treasure? He would put his arm around me and say, right here. I guess his men never stopped doubting him because some of his crew came looking for me. They threatened me to tell them where the treasure was, or map, or else. I truly had no idea what they were talking about.
So they sold you?
They said if I couldn't give them what they were looking for, they would see how much I was worth to a slave trader. That way, they wouldn't be leaving empty-handed. Although, if they had any brains, they would have taken this locket from around my neck. This would have been worth more to a slave trader than me. Thankfully, a lot of them are fools, because it's the only thing I have left from my father. I hid it right here, near to my heart. Near to my heart.
What's the matter?
Oh, nothing. I'm just getting tired.
Abby, forgive me. I want to be strong, to be here for you, the way you've been here for me.
Don't worry about it. Tomorrow, we will begin your lessons. You keep me ever near your heart. Don't fear the night. You carry the light by which the clear path you will know. Look beyond what eyes may see. A map where his glory is found within. My treasure, my all is in your hands. He gave me everything. Go bravely, where no man has been. I will, Father. I will. God.
G-O-D.
Love.
L-O-V-E.
Hope.
We've been at this long enough. You can give me something more difficult.
All right. Forgiveness.
Revenge.
You're starting to get it. Now, back straight. And 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Very good.
I'm not very graceful, am I?
You stepped on my toes a few times, but you're doing well.
Can you believe that as a child, I dreamed of being a dancer? I had never actually seen a ballet, but for some reason, I had settled it in my mind. It was all I wanted to do. That was, of course, before Feline told me it was a useless profession and it would make my feet crooked and ugly and I wouldn't have to dance if I married well.
Some friend, that Feline.
Well, if she hadn't crushed my dreams, I may have continued hoping for the impossible.
Well, you may not be a ballerina, but your waltz will be dazzling when we are finished. Madame.
And the man of David said unto him, Behold, the day of which the Lord said unto thee, Behold, I will deliver thine enemy into your hand, that thou mayest do to him as it shall seem good unto thee. I wonder why you had me read this passage today.
You're doing so well. Your reading sounds flawless.
Then David arose and cut off the skirt of Saul's robe privily. And it came to pass afterward that David's heart smote him, because he had cut off Saul's skirt. Really? He felt conviction for cutting Saul's robe? I don't understand why David didn't just take him out right then.
He trusted in the goodness and faithfulness of God to handle the situation better than he could. He knew that God's understanding was beyond our own limited understanding. Why take someone's life into your own hands?
Because Saul was trying to kill him? Besides, if God was going to let Saul die, what difference does it make if it were by David's own hand?
Only God can judge the heart. He gives every chance of grace for all of us, not just the ones we feel deserving. Our view is limited, selfish. Only He could determine who is past the point of no return. If we cannot extend grace to others, how can we ask for it ourselves?
Let's move on to something different. I'm tired of reading.
If you say so.
A, B, C, D, E, F, E, Aka.
Quiet down there!
Excelente. Keep going.
L, A, M, A, N, A, O. Bet you thought you'd never see me again.
Time to study.
I've read all of your books 10 times through. I practically know them by heart. Would you like me to recite them in Italian?
What is it you really mean to say?
You said your father taught you to fight.
Yes, he did. And I continued studying and training every chance I had, even after we parted ways.
Teach me.
You forced me to walk a fine line.
And how is that?
I want you to be able to protect yourself when you're out in the world. But I know that is not why you want to learn how to fight.
Please. I've mastered everything else.
All right. The first thing you must know is that the strongest fighter doesn't necessarily win. It is about speed. Speed of hand and speed of mind. This foot forward, that foot back. Now, you are on guard. Good. Now, if we're right here, then the nearest port will be here. All we have to do is find a ship that can be managed by 2 people.
And how will we pay for that?
Desperate times calls for desperate measures.
Why, Saint Abbey Faria, are you suggesting that we steal?
I've never claimed to be a saint. I'm only suggesting we be prepared for whatever situation comes our way.
I don't know. We've been preparing for years now, and still, there's been no opportunity to make our move.
Patience. The time will come. Besides, you haven't finished your training. I want you to be an expert in every field before we leave this place.
I've done nothing but study and train every spare second we've had for more than a decade. Wouldn't you say I'm an expert by now?
Your left feet could use a little more practice. Let's go through it once more. This time, you show me how to navigate the route.
Ha! I'm beginning to win consistently.
I think that's to do with my getting old than your skill in swordplay.
Oh, don't be a poor sport. I've never poured myself so fully into anything in my entire life. And you said it yourself. I'm a natural. I think I found my calling.
Yes, you have worked very hard, and it shows. However, it is very different in a real-life scenario, with a different opponent each time. You seem to have very good instinct. Eventually, they may be put to the test, with your life on the line. Don't be arrogant or cocky. Keep running the drills until they become like breathing to you.
All right. On guard.
What is the meaning of this? Is this what you do all day instead of working?
We haven't fallen behind in our labor, have we?
It took 15 years for you to rub off on her. But I think our little mouse has finally found her voice. What's that around your neck?
It's nothing.
That's a pirate's emblem! Oh, that explains a great deal.
Please, monsieur, I can explain. I no longer have any affiliation with pirates.
No longer? If I'm caught harboring a pirate, I can suffer the same fate. I will not hang for a slave. You're fortunate you've lasted this long. I'm going to the authorities.
No, wait, Monsieur, no, wait!
Marie! It's no use. We don't have much time.
Didn't you hear what he just said? He's turning you over to the authorities to be sentenced as a pirate. Do you know what they do to pirates?
Marie, please. We're locked in here, and there's no escaping this. My life has been full, and I can accept my fate. But it is not yours, so you must listen.
Don't give up now, please.
Listen to me. The map from my father, it's right here in this locket. By night, hold it carefully so the warmth of the candle. I'll tell you everything you need to know. How to sail, fight, read the stars. You can do this. You can find it.
Find what?
Treasure beyond your wildest imagination.
I thought you didn't know where it was.
I wanted to wait for your heart to be ready before telling you. But I trust you will do what is right when the time comes.
Abby, you've been trying to turn my heart for years, but my dear friend, I must tell you the truth. If you give me this, I will surely use everything I find for revenge.
I spent too many years praying for your soul to give up hoping now. One day, you'll be free of this hate. One day, you will know the extent of God's love for you.
But I don't believe in God.
It doesn't matter. He believes in you.
I'll grab her. I have her locked in here.
Marie, this isn't goodbye. You will find your way.
Wait! Stop, please! There's no one purer or kinder than this woman. Please have mercy.
I'm going to finish resolving this issue, and I'll be back to take care of this rubbish! The destructions end now!
One friend, one sister, one ray of hope, one voice that told me that I was not alone, one source of kindness, one arm outstretched, the only spot of light that I had left. But now they've taken you away. There's nothing in my heart but rage, rage, rage. Rage is all that I have left inside. I've no more tears, they've all been cried. Rage, rage, rage is all that's keeping me alive. It is for vengeance I survive. One driving purpose, one hate within, one passion pushing me into the arms of sin. No love to hold me back, no pleasure to distract, no caring friend to pull me off of my destructive track. For now they've taken you away. There's nothing in my heart but rage, rage, rage. Rage is all that I have left inside. I've no more tears, they've all been cried. Rage, rage, rage is all that's keeping me alive. It is for vengeance I survive. Don't take my anger from me yet until they know the pain I feel. They owe to me a debt, and they will know that hell is real. And they will break the way they've broken me and taste my bitter agony. All of this I vow. My name is Mara now.
Alright. Time to... Wait. Where are you? There's nowhere for you to run! You can't hide forever! I will find you! And the books! And...
By the time your screams are heard, the putrid smell of the pit will have seeped into every fiber of your being. By the time you see the light of day, you won't be able to stand the sight of yourself. And by the time some weak soul pities you enough to, I will be halfway across the world, and I will never think of you again.